Cool. What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday. Game 1, NBA Finals. Please excuse a little bit of internet issues if at times in today's video it kind of cuts in and out just for short little segments. It should clear up. Just having some issues here with StreamYard. But guys, that's not the point. We got Game 1, NBA Finals. Mavericks Celtics should be an excellent series. I don't know how many games we're going to get, but for every game we do get, and hopefully we get 7 of them, I got that many more free picks coming your way, guys. We sit at 23-14 from the very start of the NBA playoffs until this point. So definitely hit the like button if you guys appreciate what I've been doing for the entire NBA playoffs. Of course, I'm going to go over the entire game today. We're going to go over player props, the spread, the total, everything you guys want to know. So definitely, again, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Both are free. It costs you absolutely nothing. It takes you about half a second to do that. So would appreciate that, guys. And a quick recap, just so we can get this out of the way before we jump right into this game. I'll put the text on the screen that went out to clients today. Fabulous, guys. Absolutely on a heater in baseball. You see all the updated numbers at the bottom of the screen. We have won 4 days out of 5 days in June so far. It's been spectacular. Today was a 3-3 day, but we lost the small plays, man. The less confident stuff. Orioles lost in the 9th inning. Dodgers got absolutely shelled by the Pirates. Their offense showed up like I thought. So we lose a couple plays there, but we hit the big ones, almost 1.4 units on the Rangers. We hit the Yankees on the full run line at plus money. And then the other one I can't remember. I think it was, man, I'm having a total mind blip, but you guys see it on the screen. It is what it is. 3-3 day, up some money. I mean, here we go, boys. June has been fantastic. In fact, baseball's been good overall, guys. Baseball's an erratic sport. And almost 50 days of betting now, I'm at 60-51. I think that's a 53 or a 54% winning percentage in baseball. So baseball's been awesome. I do feel bad, though. I've noticed some people have jumped off the subscription. Not today, not yesterday, because we've been hot, but like a week ago, I lost a fair amount of clients, and it's just sad that you guys can't stick with the program. I always preach bankroll management and using a correct unit size, maybe 2 to 3% of the entire amount that you can afford to lose. And you guys would be able to get through those lows with me and then be able to go through these highs with me. I mean, it's been a fantastic June so far. I feel dialed in, love the way I'm seeing the board. And I actually love the baseball picks that go out today. But today is a basketball video. We're going to go over the NBA today. Of course, all the games, all the days where we don't have the NBA finals, those will be baseball videos. So every day, 6 a.m. Eastern time, I go over every game every day in the MLB. You guys can look forward to that all summer long. We did drop a bet on SoBet as well, but SoBet, man, 36-17 over, what is that, 53 days? I mean, man, almost still almost what, a 68-69% winning percentage over there on SoBet. SoBet's not my full card, guys. It's a single pick a day, but if you're interested for a low cost at less than $10 a month, you can kind of get my daily best bet on SoBet. That's that number you see at the bottom of the screen. But hop on the website. Get yourself a package. I'm locked into baseball right now. I'm red hot. We got the whole rest of the NBA playoffs. I have multiple plays going out to clients today for the NBA Finals. Going to have multiple plays in every single game. Looking to finish strong and just add those profits into baseball. And hopefully just crush baseball all year long. Just a nice, consistent 54, 55% winning percentage. Hit those plays, make units every single month, and put money in our pockets, what I do every year. So we're happy to have you guys. danspicks.net. Again, link in the description. Just grab a month, man. Tell yourself you're going to be disciplined. Tell yourself one time, I'm going to grab that monthly package. I'm going to take every play you give me, and we'll see where we're at the end of the month. Guarantee you guys will be pretty happy with your purchase. So let's get into today's game, guys. I'm going to get you the best updated numbers I can. Let me pull it up right now just so I know things change. And as the money comes in, if you're seeing this in the late afternoon, close to tip-off, maybe this will be bet down to an even 6 in terms of the spread. Maybe that total moves up. That is where the money is. We're going to go over the full money splits in today's video. But I'm still seeing 6.5 here on FanDuel. I'm seeing the total still at 214.5. Let's go ahead and bring up the money splits for this game. By the way, Porzingis is a factor in this game, and that is a big factor. And I'll go ahead and just start this video, the analysis for this video, by saying if there was no Porzingis, the interior size and athleticism that the Mavericks have would be way, way too much for the Celtics. And I would probably say the Mavericks win the entire series like 4-2. 4-1, like dominant. Porzingis is so critical to have him in there and actually have some length. Now, Jaylen Brown, he's kind of a beefy guy. You know, he's got some good weight to him. Jason Tatum is underrated in terms of his rebounding and size as well. He's a really, really lengthy, he's almost like a slightly scaled down Kevin Durant. That's how I kind of think of Jason Tatum. So the rebounding now with Porzingis, Jaylen Brown getting in there, old man Horford, I don't know. I think the rebounding is going to be more even than people think. I think a lot of people are kind of thinking that the Mavericks are just with Lively and all these guys, and even Luka's a good rebounder, big beefy guy. I don't see it, man. I like the fundamentals, but there's so much to go over, man. I'm already ranting. It's Dan's rants. What can I do, man? I mean, you got to tolerate some crazy shit that I say to get the good stuff. Let's get to the good stuff. Money splits. We are looking at, okay, interesting. So the sharp money, now when I say sharp money, it's a small amount today. There's no red flags. This is not enough money for me to like feel strongly about these money splits. But we have 53.7% of all wagers made on the spread on the Dallas Mavericks. We have a little more of the money, though, a little bit of the sharp money. About 61% of the money is on the Mavericks. So that spread, if you've noticed, if you've been watching it for yesterday, a couple days, a week, it's been 6.5, 6.5 with the money on the Mavericks. That's something you should pay attention to. I think the connection's bad right now. Just give it a second here. But guys, with these money splits, with the money coming in on the Mavericks, I want to see what this market does. If we get into tomorrow afternoon and the books are still holding steady at a 6.5, maybe they even move it to a 7. That would be a very strong reason to play the Boston Celtics and lay the points. But I'll tell you what, I don't know, man. The money line, I'm not going to pay attention to. Nobody's betting the money line here. Maybe some people are pairing the Celtics money line with their favorite MLB money line of the day in a little two-teamer, little parlay. That's a decent option. I do think it's hard to believe that the Celtics do drop this game outright. But I'll tell you what, man, a lot of money on the over. I don't know what the over opened at, but 70% of the bets are on the over, 87% of the money. Everybody's on the over. And I agree with it. I do agree with it. I don't see the Mavericks stopping the Celtics from scoring at all. It's a complete contradiction, guys. It is a complete fucking like mismatch. The Mavericks have great interior defense. Very, very good. It makes it very hard for people to drive and score in there. They got some length. They're athletic. They block you. I like the Mavericks interior defense. But if you watch the entire series with the Timberwolves, the shots were there. Everyone was open. The Timberwolves somehow, after looking like potentially the team to beat against the Nuggets, they just completely fell off the face of the earth and just missed open shot after open shot after open shot. The shots are going to be there. The Celtics do not give a fuck about going inside. They don't care. Porzingis might a little bit, but who cares? The Celtics are bombing threes. They're at home. They're going to absolutely go nuclear from 3. And if they're knocking them down, they're going to score a ton. They're going to score at will on the Mavericks. In the same category of offense, though, guys, I don't really see the Celtics stopping the Mavericks. The thing, though, is the Celtics do have many, many bodies that they can actually put on Kyrie to stop Kyrie. And when you have 2 or 3 guys that you can sub in and out and keep them fresh versus just a one Kyrie that you really need to lean on as a Mavericks and basically go like this and hopefully he gets you 25 points at least in the game for you to have a chance. That is a significant disadvantage for the Mavericks, people. I know everyone's high on Kyrie right now. I love Kyrie. You guys see the LeBron stuff? That's signed from LeBron. That's actually his rookie year signed from him. I was totally emotionally invested with the Cavs when it was, Kevin Love and Kyrie and everything. I'm not a Kyrie hater is what I'm trying to say. I love Kyrie, but man, he's old. He's old and he's been sharp. He's dialed in. His shot's good, but Derek White, Pritchard, There are multiple bodies, Holiday. There are multiple bodies that the Celtics can rotate on Kyrie, and that is concerning. In the same sentence, man, Luka, he's basically unstoppable. I mean, if he's dialed in, and there's not a whole lot you can do. He's going to get 40 if he's in the zone. But man, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum's length, I don't know, man. I think I mean, look, the whole argument that I've seen on the internet is, well, the Timberwolves were the number one defense, especially at home, primarily at home. They were the number one defense in the entire NBA. So the whole argument I've been seeing is, well, guys, if the Minnesota Timberwolves couldn't slow down this Mavericks team, how the heck are the Celtics going to do it? A Celtics team that let a complete shell of a roster of a Cavs team score a bunch of points, an injured Pacers team score a bunch of points. Now we're going to hope that this Celtics team shows up and slows down the Mavericks. Well, I'm a firm believer in teams that play up to their competition and down to the competition. There are people in this industry that will give you an opinion on a game purely based off of a piece of paper with numbers, and they just don't take into account external factors like just overall emotion and effort. And I truly believe deep down that the Celtics, knowing they had an injured Miami team, an injured Cavs team, and an injured Pacers team, I truly believe they didn't give a fuck. They didn't care. They knew they could go through some sketchy games and pull it out at the end with 70% effort. Game one at home, NBA Finals, a team that's come up short year after year after year after year, a team that has the expectation, a team that's been the favorite the whole year. Now, I just think we see another level, man. I think they play up to the competition. I think they play down to the competition. This is the same Celtics team that I'm pretty sure, if I remember, let like the Washington Wizards beat them as like 20-point dogs on their home floor, like back to back. Something crazy I remember from the regular season. I don't know what it was, but the Celtics, man, you gotta bring in a team to get them out of bed. Okay, well, now you got Luka and Kyrie in town for the NBA Finals. I think we get a good effort here. I think the guards, just the depth of the Celtics is just too taxing for the Mavericks in this game. Porzingis, some added length. I don't think the rebounding is as lopsided towards the Mavericks as people think. Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Porzingis, even Derek White's in there. Holiday's a good rebounder. They just have more bodies, more depth at home, a 3-point shooting team. They absolutely drain shots. Minnesota Timberwolves, man. I mean, that's a great team to defend. Like, congrats, Mavericks. Like, you played a team where you basically what I think about the Mavericks, and I'm going to try to wrap this thing up because I'm already going crazy. We're at the 13-minute mark. There's just so much to say about this game that I think people are missing. So please, guys, you can go to your settings and hit the playback speed at 1.5, even though I already talk fast normally, just so you can get through this. But this is important. You guys got to hear this shit. These things that are not accounted for in numbers and metrics and trends, shit you can't find on the internet, shit that Dan's Rants knows. This is the important shit. And if you want to cash tickets, you got to know what the fuck's going on emotionally in these games. It's more important than numbers, man. Fuck the regular season. We all watch NBA regular season, man. These dudes do not care. They don't care. NBA regular season is a joke. It's like the All-Star game every day. This is such a different setting, man. The Timberwolves, in my opinion, it's like their whole focus and their whole agenda was just to beat the Nuggets. So they put everything into the Nuggets. They got it done, came back, game 7, super emotional, and then they basically sucked in the entire series versus the Mavericks. So I think the Mavericks got a Minnesota team that already felt like they, achieved their yearly goal or whatever. So I don't want to put too much stock into beating the Timberwolves, okay? Because the Timberwolves did not show up. They were gutless, heartless. After they beat the Nuggets, it's like they packed it in. They were content and satisfied with just beating the Nuggets. So I don't think this is a comparable thing. This is not apples to apples. I'm not going to look at numbers because if we're going to look at numbers, we're going to easily say, well, the Timberwolves, the best D in the NBA, could not stop the Mavericks. No way the Celtics can. Mavericks are going to score. Give me the 6.5 with the Mavericks. It's easy. It's easy money in the bank. I'm on the other side. I think we see an absolute wave of energy from the Celtics. I think they slow down Kyrie. I think they slow down Luka. And I think the role players are not going to step up, man. I don't think they're going to be hitting those shots. I think Joe Mazzulla is going to have a decent game plan here. And I think the 3-pointers from the Celtics are just too much, man. Just too much. Too much. Mavericks are an interior team. They want to beat you up, throw lobs. They're going to score some points in this game. And we're going to get to the total here in a second. So I think they're going to do okay on offense, but I don't think they have any ability to defend the 3-pointers, man. I don't think they're going to defend the shots here. Hauser, Pritchard, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, even Porzingis now. It's too much offense, too much scoring. And although the Celtics defense isn't phenomenal, I think they step up and they have the right bodies for the right people in this spot. I'm going to go with the Celtics, man. Like I said, I want to see what this market does to kind of solidify my opinion. I got to check some long-term trends and make sure there's no red flags. But right now, against the spread, I'll lay the points. I'll lay the points with the Celtics. I think they're going to put up a big number offensively, and that should be enough. In terms of the total, I got to lean over. I got to be with the public. I'm going to be with the whole world. About 90% of the bets, 87 specifically, they're on the over. I'm with them. Look, I like to go against the grain. I'm a sharp guy. I'm not a square. We all know this. We all know I'm ballsy. We all know I have some against the grain takes and sometimes I say some crazy things. But I'm going to be with the world in terms of the total because, like I said, guys, Celtics are going to absolutely score at will. I don't think the Mavericks are going to totally go away. I could easily see this getting over 214.5. So I'm going to go over the total. I'm going to go Celtics to win the game. I don't know, man. I don't know. Celtics at home. I feel like I just find it hard to believe playing 3 crippled teams. I just don't think they cared, man. They knew they had it. They knew they had it. They saved all their energy for this. Versus the Mavericks had to beat the Clippers and beat the Timberwolves and go through the Western Conference. And I don't know. It's just more taxing. Now they're on the road. They've been better on the road. There's no doubt about it. You can look at the numbers, spread and straight up. Mavericks, better road team than home team. There's no doubt about that. But the Celtics are better at home as well. So that kind of offsets versus in the last series, both the Timberwolves and the Mavericks were an away team, right? So now we don't have this setup where the Mavericks were better on the road and the Timberwolves were worse at home. We have the Mavericks who are better on the road, but we have the Celtics that are better at home. In terms of first half, especially as well, the numbers for the first half are impressive, and it's good to get off to a good start in these games. Yeah, give me the Celtics. I don't think the pressure is on the Celtics too heavy at this point. Being a game one, I mean, you can afford to lose one. It's not the end of the world if you drop the game, so they don't quite feel like some crazy historic pressure of potentially blowing the finals again or something like that. Give me the over. Give me the Celtics. That's the way I'm going to look at this game. Let's look at some player props. There's only a couple I want to touch on. I don't want to make this video too long, but there is one in particular I want to see where it's updated now. And that is Mr. Derek White. And he's sitting at 14.5 points. And his over is at plus 100. And I will take the over. I'll go with Derek White all day here. The focus is going to be on Tatum and with Porzingis back in the lineup. I don't know, man. Jason Tatum has been more of a facilitator in these playoffs. He hasn't, I think there was only 2 games where he really showed initiative and kind of taking charge. I think Derek White could be absolutely red hot from 3. He always has a couple of scrappy kind of cleanup baskets under the hoop as well. 14.5, man. I could easily see Derek White getting into the upper teens, if not 20 points in this game. So I'll go over the points for Derek White. Porzingis, that's a tough one, man. He's just coming back to big stage. Maybe look under. I don't know his minutes. I don't know any of that stuff. Luka's at 31.5. Don't want to touch it. I don't want to fade Luka because they're going to have to lean on him so much. So he should get at least the volume. Even if his efficiency isn't high, he could still get over 31.5 just with how many shots he's going to need to take. Kyrie, I probably look under. Like I said, I just think the guards, the lengthy, athletic, scrappy guards and the depth at the guard position to rotate in and out and just keep the pressure on Irving, man. I'm going to go under 23.5 on Kyrie. Maybe look at the over for PJ Washington. if they're all over Luka and Kyrie, it's going to have to be guys like, Gafford and Washington and Derek Jones that step up like they have to if the Mavericks want any chance. So you got to play role players. I'm in on the role players. I'm not going to go over on Tatum. I'm not going to go over on Luka. I'm going to go under on Kyrie. I'm going to go over on Derek White. Maybe look at the over on rebounds of like Holiday or something, man. It's going to be an all-out effort from the Celtics at home. They've been waiting for this too long. This has been too many years in the making. They have to come out firing. It's the NBA. I've been let down. I've been disappointed with effort from these guys multiple times to where you just shake your head. You can't even believe that professionals would just be such pussies like the Timberwolves in that final game of their series. I don't see it here, man. This is too big a stage. I feel like the Celtics have just sleptwalked. They're just sleepwalking, blindfolded, ears and eyes plugged. They just don't care. Now they're finally here. Now they care. Now they wake up. Now they take advantage. All it takes is a subpar night from Luka, and this is a fucking blowout. So you're basically counting on a really, really good performance from Kyrie and Luka for this game to even be close. And I don't think it's going to happen. Give me the Celtics laying the points. Give me the over on the total. And let me tell you, there are ways to divide this in halves and teams to be much more profitable. I see a much, much higher hit rate. Those plays will be given out to clients. Again, guys, red hot right now in the MLB, 4 winning days in the last 5. We got more basketball. You see my record in the NBA playoffs. I'm 65-43 since the start of the playoffs. So I know my basketball well. It's going to be an awesome June. Just an awesome month. Seeing the board good. I'm locked in right now, guys. To not hop on board right now would be a huge mistake. Link in the description. If you have any questions, leave comments below. And of course, if you guys like the Mavericks, let me know. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments below. I'll catch you in the next video.